3 ranks. Yeah. You guys can organize based on your service.
I found the part I need.
Army's right here. How you doing? Good, man.
I was like, so to go there, like,
no,
oh,
man,
some
like,
lager,
you gotta get here, get over here.
For which you like me? Who's organizing these two? Yes.
Just find a like uniform.
Yeah, exactly. Hang in there with those guys.
Oh, we gotta watch out.
KA you are?
didn't polish my shoes from that side.
Are we supposed to salute the color guard when it comes by?
I think so, yeah. They're gonna hang back.
Do you guys want to bring Foster to that?
Sing Sab.
Hey, how you doing? Good. Yeah.
Where would you like?
You are perfect for the We're keeping military on this side.
Okay.
TPS. Hey, Deepak, haven't seen you in a long time.
Good, how are you?
Have you been attending the Linda mission?
I just, well, I know Linda, and I just met Dave. So,
We'll have you together on mine.
okay, yeah, that's great. Okay.
So we need three down.
Okay.
The first three will be 3 ranks.
3 ranks? Okay. Just tell me where you want.
I don't want to front or back. Just 3 as 1, 2, 3 is good.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you here?
No, I'm the police commander.
What's the time? Do you have the time right now?
What's this one?
Yeah, I'll announce now, right?
So they're formed up now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to warn you, we're going to be starting in about 5 minutes.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So can you be just next rank over here? And just actually move up? Okay, third.
Yeah, you're not going to mind because I've made changes.
Okay. Oh my God, he's not showing me.
I'm very sorry.
It's the addition of so what we're going to do is
A bunch of questions. We'll have to do these. The commissioners of Great Lakes, second lieutenant.
Oh, nice. No,
Canadian Air Force.
Take it over.
Retired veteran of the
slowly.
Air Force.
and we want to recognize and read on
So I'll,
Yep, just announce it. And then also Wilfred Laurier Police, BHC in Sumra, and Carmen Singhil.
All right, everyone, listen up.
That's the only change.
Okay, parade. Dress off the right marker right here.
shift left. So we're going to do 3 after 4 ranks if need be. Good?
Thank you so much for
No, thanks for having us.
First off, thanks everyone for coming. It's a very important event, and I will
stand on
address
that
you
side and you
as
be on this
Marine.
side?
We're all the drill commands.
You're my left-hand guy.
Commands are going to be very basic, and ADIs, detention, and ultimately a dismiss. Any salutes will be done by myself as part of the contingent commander and the Marine commander. So when you're at detention, I'll be saluting on your behalf. Go Canada, the last post. Go, any questions?
Move back a bit, give people some space because they need space. Okay. So push them back a bit. Just have some space that way.
How are you? Oh, you did
Is it 2:30?
5 minutes. I'll just spin back.
Can we move some of the people?
I'm reserve top. Star top or?
We are shorter reach, so we will take keep couple here.
You can follow. And you can start moving people away. Like if we need to clear a line for traffic, you can tell people, can you please move to that side?
Okay.
Together
So
we
I'm gonna give you a sign before
Well,
you
you know
start.
what? We will announce
Just
it
announce from
before
here.
the retailing.
Yeah. When you start retailing, that's it. Yeah.
People, please make way.
Right? Yeah.
Like this, these red.
you only have been like 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah, ready to start?
Yeah, we got 4 minutes.
It's not 2:30 yet?
The last 2 minutes feel like 10. Why don't you just announce we're going to start in 5 minutes?
I already did that.
Okay.
Aren't you paying attention? Well, we can start then, no? Yeah? Should we just get started?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
The agenda is so long. This one is
Yeah.
For laying of the wreath, does your region police already have a wreath or will you bring one?
If they have one, we'll use it. If not, we'll make do. Are we ready to start?
Steady up! Parade! Attention! Parade! Stand at east. Stand easy.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the 18th annual Sikh Remembrance Day ceremony. My name is Rupinder Kaur. I am one of the members of the Sikh Remembrance Day Organizing Committee. Before we begin, just a few friendly, important reminders I just need to share. Please remember that we are gathered in a cemetery, so let's be respectful and watch where we are stepping, as there are graves all around us. Please be quiet throughout the ceremony, and if you have not yet, please put your phones on silent. And if anyone needs to use the washroom, there's a building behind us where you can use that, and it is accessible. It is my honor to stand before you today as we gather to reflect on the legacy, courage, and sacrifices of soldiers who served Canada and the Commonwealth in times of war and peace. I now call upon Lakdeep Singh, member of the Sikh Remembrance Day Organizing Committee, to come forward for our land acknowledgement.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. First people are beautiful people. You want proof? Take a look around Canada today. You know, Canada literally looks the way that it does because first people have long stewarded these lands, and they will continue to do so. First people are beautiful people. In particular, let's recognize whose land we gather on today. This is the land of the Anishinaabe. Not just a name, not just a word. Anishinaabe means the people. I can't think of anything more scientific, more truthful than calling yourself the people when you know that you are the only people here. Haudenosaunee, not just a name, not just another word. Haudenosaunee means people of the long house. Take a look around. Look at all of us here. Imagine all of us under one roof together. That starts to bring you a little bit closer to Haudenosaunee community values. This is also the land of the neutral people, called so by the French, because in times of conflict, that's what this community could exactly do, remain neutral. First people are beautiful people. Before any reconciliation can take place on Turtle Island today, we need the truth. We must have the truth. And the truth is this: first people, beautiful people. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
It is important to recognize the significance of coming together at this cemetery in Kitchener, Ontario, at this very site. It is the military grave of Private Bukum Singh, a World War I soldier and hero. Private Bukum Singh was the first Sikh to enlist with an Ontario regiment in World War I and was wounded twice during his time on the front lines of battle. First in France, when he was part of the 20th Battalion, where he suffered a shrapnel wound to the head. And the second time, he was hit with a bullet that shattered his left leg below the knee in Belgium. Bukam Singh chose to immigrate to Canada from Mahalpur in the Hoshiarpur district of Punjab in 1907 at the age of 14. He eventually died in a military hospital in Kitchener after contracting tuberculosis at the age of 25. But today's ceremony is not just to honor him. It's to pay tribute to and thank all the veterans of conflicts and wars, past and present. Veterans have given so much for our country, and our wearing of the poppy is a small way that we can give back. It's a symbol of our deep appreciation of the sacrifices they have made for us. Please support the Poppy campaign. Collection boxes will be available, and we encourage everyone to make a generous donation. The Poppy campaign is a local initiative by Legion branches in cities and towns across Canada. Donations collected during the Poppy campaign are held in trust at the branch level to directly support veterans and their families within their communities and to help ensure Canadians never forget. We will now have the Sikh prayer of Ardas by Waterloo Region District School Board teacher and fellow organizer Gursev Singh. And I would ask that the students from the Indigenous and International Languages School of the Waterloo Region District School Board also come to the stage for the singing of O Canada. So I would ask, if you're seated, if you can, please stand for the singing of our national anthem, and then please stand remaining for our das as well.
Hooray! Attention!
Make some room for the students to come.
I'd like to request for us, all of us, to collectively bring our focus and consciousness together as we offer Ardas, the Sikh prayer, before the start of today's ceremonies. I ask that you take a moment to be present today in this space on this earth under this crisp fall day, to gather your thoughts and collect your mindful attention for Ardas. The first part of the Ardas, we remember the 10 Gurus and our Holy Scripture, the living Guru of the Sikhs, through which the power and the spirit rises in every Sikh who follows this path to live with integrity and truthfulness and honesty, and to give all of our energies in the countries that we serve. So all of the Sikhs we see in our uniforms today, they live by this creed because of the support of their divine enlighteners. And so following that, we will do a small piece of request in English as well. तुदे आगे अरदास हमारी जियो पिंड सब तेरा वाहिगुरु कहो नानक सब तेरी वडियाई कोई नाम न जाने मेरा वाहिगुरु अरदास एक ओंकार श्री वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह श्री भगवती जी सहाय वार श्री भगवती जी की पातशाही दसवीं प्रथम भगवती सिमर कै गुरु नानक लई तिहाए फिर अंगद गुरते अमरदास राम दसैं हुई सहाय अर्जन हर गोबिंद नो सिमरहो श्री हर राय श्री हर कृष्ण ध्याईऐ जित दिठे सब दुख जाएं तेग बहादुर सिमरै कहर नौ निध आवे धाए सब थाई होना जियो सहाय दसवें पातशाह धन धन श्री गुरु गोबिंद सिंह जी महाराज अमृत के दाते खालसा पंथ के वाली सब थाई होना जो सहाय दसा पातशाह की जोत धन धन श्री गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब महाराज जी के पाठ दर्शन दादा ध्यांतर खालसा साहिब बोलो जी वाहिगुरु वाहिगुरु हे निमाणे दे मान निताणे नितान नियोटियां दी वोट सतगुरु जी डियर सतगुरु जी creator sustainer one abiding in all, we are gathered here today in your grace and devotion to pay tribute to the brave and courageous men and women who have in the past and present put their lives on the line to uphold peace, justice, and freedom for our country and abroad. In honor of Private Bukam Singh, we are here to remember the over 83,000 turban-wearing Sikh allied soldiers who were killed and over 109,000 who were wounded in the world wars. Help us gather strength and inspiration from their valor to serve our nation with pride and dedication. O Satguru Ji, please bless us to be inclusive in remembering the sacrifices of all diverse communities who have made Canada their home, all Canadian war veterans, and especially the Aboriginal communities on whose land we now call home. Please bless this gathering, bless our local communities, bless this nation and all who call Canada home. Bless this continent and bless this earth and all of humanity. O Vaheguru Ji, in thy grace, may we enshrine divine virtues in our heart and resonate peace and love across this earth. We pray that we may come together as a global community to create a future where our differences can be resolved with respect, unity, and non-violence instead of guns and wars. Let peace fill our hearts, our world, our universe. In thy name, O Lord, O Vaheguru Ji, O Creator, may all of humanity and creation abide in eternal optimism and Chardi Kala. In thy divine will, may peace and prosperity shine on all. Nanak Naam, Chardi Kala, Tere Pahane, Sarbat da Pala. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh. Bole so nihal.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Hooray! Stand at east. Stand easy.
I now introduce Sardar Sandeep Singh Brar, the chief organizer of the Sikh Remembrance Day ceremony. Among his many accomplishments, Sandeep created the world's first Sikh website, sikhs.org, which was launched in 1994. He also is the creator of the sikhmuseum.com website that showcases his original research work on various aspects of Sikh history and culture through a series of virtual online exhibits. It was Sandeep Singh who uncovered the remarkable story of Bukum Singh when he first discovered Bukum Singh's Victory Medal in 2006. You can see the medal on display at the table behind us. Having acquired the medal, Sandeep Singh spent over a year and a half researching the military archives and piecing together the remarkable story of Private Bukum Singh's life. In 2008, Sandeep launched his research findings with sikhmuseum.com's exhibit, Private Bukum Singh, Discovering a Canadian Hero. Having uncovered that Bukum Singh's grave was right here in Kitchener and that it was the only military grave in Canada of a Sikh soldier from the World Wars, Sandeep organized the first Sikh Remembrance Day ceremony at this very historic spot in November of 2008. And he is one of the reasons why we have come together today and every year for the past 18 years. So now Sandeep Singh will convey the call to remembrance.
Thank you, Rupinder. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh. More than 1.5 million Canadians have served in wars on the behalf of our nation. Over 120,000 have died. We remember Canadian heroes like Private Bukum Singh, who served with the 20th Canadian Infantry Battalion
That battalion was composed of 4,300 officers and men, and it had over an incredible 19.6% of the battalion were killed in World War I, and over 43% of the battalion were wounded. Today we also remember the 65,000 Sikh soldiers who fought in World War I and the over 300,000 Sikh soldiers who fought in World War II. Both those wars, they were part of the British Indian Army, and they fought alongside Canadian, American, British, Australian soldiers in different theaters around the world. Over 83,000 Sikhs lost their lives in those two world wars. But what do all these soldiers have in common? They gave up their lives to uphold core values of society, such as peace, democracy, human rights, justice, the rule of law, and above all, freedom. Yesterday, I was going through the guest book that we have. It's back there. Please make sure you sign it before you leave. And for one of the past years, somebody had written the line, "Remember, freedom isn't free." It really stuck with me, and I found it very profound. I was wondering, what does freedom mean in Canada? Freedom means the freedom of choice, the freedom of speech, the freedom to vote for who you want, the freedom to live anywhere in Canada that you want, and the freedom to practice any religion or no religion if you want. Canada has many remembrance monuments to the war dead. Some of the most major ones include the National War Memorial and Tomb of the Unknown Soldier in Ottawa, and of course the magnificent Vimy Ridge Memorial in France. And we also have the Peacekeeping Monument in Ottawa as well. You see a monument behind me here, and this one records the names of all the local boys from Kitchener and Waterloo that died in World War I overseas, and they're buried there. So for their families to be able to grieve, they erected this monument with all their names on it. But what do you think is the most important monument of them all? It's not one of the ones that I've mentioned. The most important war monument can be summed up by a quote from an author, Helen Robertson. She writes, "They died for Canada. The meaning of their sacrifices rests with our collective national consciousness. Our future is their monument." Think about that. The future that we continue to build every day, and our freedom is the absolute greatest tribute that we can pay as a form of really a monument to those soldiers who paid the ultimate sacrifice. Never forget that. Now I'd like to conclude my remarks by mentioning the names of those soldiers of the Canadian Forces which have been killed since we last met last November 2004. And these names are now added to the honor roll. Lieutenant Colonel Kent Miller, Supreme Headquarters, Allied Power, Europe, Casteau-Boulogne, Belgium, under Operation Unifier. Petty Officer, 2nd Class, Gregory Aplin, HMCS Montreal, Royal Canadian Navy. Warrant Officer, George Hall, deployed on Operation Reassurance in Latvia as part of the Aviation Battalion. Captain Bruno Moro, Construction Engineer, Officer of the Air Expeditionary Training Squadron of 2nd Wing, Bagotville, Quebec. Let us not forget them. Now I'd like to introduce my colleague, Warrant Officer Gurpreet Singh Deepak, who will guide us through the next part of today's ceremony. Gurpreet.
I'd like to now call upon Bikram Singh, a student in Waterloo Region District School Board, to present a descriptive narrative on the poem In Flanders Fields, followed by the actual reciting of the famous poem by Dr. Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae.
Imagine fighting a battle in trenches far, far away from your home and seeing close friends die in front of your eyes. What would you do? John McCrae saw his best friend die during the Second Battle of Ypres on May 2nd, 1915, and was inspired to write an iconic poem to highlight the sacrifice of the soldiers who gave their lives so that we can live ours in peace. The poem led to the adoption of the poppy as a flower of remembrance for the British and Commonwealth War dead. John McCrae was a poet and physician from our neighbouring Guelph, Ontario. At the start of World War I, at the age of 41, he joined the Canadian Expeditionary Force. He could have been part of the medical corps but decided to be a frontline soldier as a gunner and medical officer. When Bikram Singh was wounded in the Battle of Saint-Éloi on July 20th, 1916, he was taken to the No. 3 Canadian General Hospital at Boulogne in France. Incredibly, this hospital at the time was under the command of none other than Colonel McCrae. The Second Battle of Ypres was fought during the First World War of April 22nd to May 25th, 1915. It was the first major battle fought by Canadian troops in the Great War, and Canada suffered over 6,500 casualties. Among those deeply affected by the horror of the fighting was Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae, whose lungs were damaged by poison gas during the battle. McCrae's proverbial torch was thrown from their failing hands to the soldiers, relieving them. They were the soldiers from Punjab, the Jalandhar and Firozpur regiments of the Lahore Division of the British Indian Army. In Flanders Fields, McCrae offers silence and understanding in simple but beautiful rhymes. The silence is contemplative, the silence of poppies among graves, the silence of loss, the silence of sacrifice. The understanding is a reminder. We are the dead. We did not die for nothing. We died for you. We died for your cause. Remember us and make sure the fight against tyranny continues. Let's listen to his haunting words. In Flanders Fields, the poppies blow. Between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky, the larks, still bravely singing, fly. Scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you from failing hands we throw the torch, be yours to hold it high, if ye break faith with us who die. We shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders Fields.
Now, Harsevik Singh, a grade 4 student from the Upper Grand District School Board in Guelph, will recite the Act of Remembrance.
They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
We will now hear the last post and observe a moment of silence. Immediately following, we will hear the piper, Joe Thompson, play the lament, and the bugler, Sardar Har Amrit Singh, play the rouse.
Parade! Attention!
Now we call upon Ruvir Kaur Gill, a grade 6 student in the Waterloo Region District School Board's International Languages, to recite the commitment to remember.
Parade! Stand at east. Stand easy.
They were young, as we are young. They served, giving freely of themselves. To them we pledge, amid the winds of time, to carry their torch and never forget. We will remember them.
We will now begin the wreath-laying ceremony, the portion of this ceremony. And I will just ask for those of our guests who are lined up along the route, if you can just slightly move and make a little bit of space. There's lots of seating still available too on the back side. Before we invite the Honourable Minister of Veterans Affairs to lay an official wreath on behalf of the Government of Canada, we are deeply honoured to welcome a distinguished guest whose service and legacy have paved the way for many. Sardar Baltej Singh Dhillon, who fought for the right for Sikhs to wear their turbans as officers in the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, has exemplified courage, integrity, and the values of both his faith and his country. His presence here today reminds us of the sacrifices made by Sikh soldiers throughout history and the enduring commitment of Sikh Canadians to peace and service. Now he serves as an appointed senator representing British Columbia. So it is our privilege to invite Senator Baltej Singh Dhillon to lay a wreath in solemn remembrance of the Sikh soldiers who gave their lives in service to Canada and the Commonwealth. I now call on the Honourable Jill McKnight, Canada's Minister of Veterans Affairs and the Associate Minister of National Defence, to lay a wreath. She will be joined by her federal colleagues, the Honourable Maninder Sidhu, Minister of International Trade, the Honourable Ruby Sahota, Secretary of State, the Honourable Bardish Kaur Chaggar, MP for Waterloo, Tim Lewis, MP for Kitchener-Conestoga, Sonia Sidhu, MP for Brampton South, Amandeep Sodhi, MP for Brampton Centre, Param Bains, MP for Richmond East Stevenston, Anju Dhillon, MP for Dorval, Lachine, LaSalle, Gurbukh Sani, MP for Fleetwood, Port Kells, Kelly DeRider, MP for Kitchener Centre, and Amarjeet Gill, MP for Brampton West. On behalf of the Government of Ontario, we invite Jess Dixon, MPP for Kitchener South Hespeler, Catherine Fife, MPP for Waterloo, Mike Schreiner, MPP for Guelph, and Ashlyn Clancy, MPP for Kitchener Centre. On behalf of the Region of Waterloo, we invite Chair Karen Redman, joined by her colleague, Regional Councillor Colleen James, to come and lay a wreath. Representing the City of Kitchener and our hosting municipality, I call on Acting Mayor Paul Singh to lay a wreath, and he will be joined by his fellow council members Dave Snyder, Jason Denote, Christine Michaud, Debbie Chapman, and Stephanie Stretch. Representing the City of Waterloo, we welcome City Councillors Diane Freeman and Julie Wright to lay a wreath.
Representing the Canadian Armed Forces, call upon Lieutenant Colonel Jason Robinson and Chief Warrant Officer Colin Hawke to lay a wreath. On behalf of the Royal Canadian Legion, number 530, we call upon John Champion to lay a wreath. On behalf of the 31 Combat Engineer Regiment, call upon 2nd Lieutenant H. Singh and 2nd Lieutenant L. Singh. It is now our privilege to invite Sikh veterans, representing a proud legacy of military service, to lay a wreath in remembrance of their fallen comrades. Their presence reminds us of the deep contributions Sikh Canadians have made to our armed forces, from the battlefields of World War I and II to peacekeeping missions around the world. Please join me in welcoming these veterans and giant pioneers in our community as they lay a wreath in solemn tribute to those who gave their lives in service. The veterans will be led by Retired Sergeant Gurmeet Singh, Retired Wing Commander Gurpal Singh, Captain Harjit Singh Bans, Kuldeep Singh Bachar, Colonel Devinder Singh, Squadron Leader Amritpal Singh, and Captain Chamkaur Singh Gill. On behalf of the Waterloo Regional Police Service, I call upon Chief Mark Cromwell to lay a wreath. On behalf of the Peel Regional Police Service, I call upon Superintendent Harry Dillon to lay a wreath. On behalf of the Toronto Police Service, I call upon Chief Superintendent Mandeep Mann to lay a wreath. On behalf of the York Regional Police, I call upon Sergeant Darek Bott to lay a wreath. On behalf of the Ontario Provincial Police, I call upon Sergeant Mandeep Bambar to lay a wreath. On behalf of the Kitchener Fire Department, I call upon Deputy Fire Chief David Huchert to lay a wreath. On behalf of the Commissioners of Canada, I call upon Second Lieutenant Amarjit Singh Nandra, retired Canadian Air Force and veteran of the Indian Air Force, to lay a wreath. And on behalf of the Wilfrid Laurier Police Services, I call upon Suktej Singh Samra and Harman Singh Gill to lay a wreath.
As we continue our solemn annual tribute, we recognize the strength and unity of our broader community as we now invite representatives from organizations to come forward and lay a wreath in remembrance. First, on behalf of the Golden Triangle Sikh Association, we invite Sardar Seva Singh and Sardar Manjot Singh. On behalf of the Sri Guru Singh Sabha in Cambridge, I call upon the following members to lay a wreath: Sukhwinder Singh Samra, Tarlok Singh Chatrat, Baljit Singh Pullar, Sodhi Singh Khela, and Manmohan Singh Sandhu. On behalf of the Ontario Sikh and Gurdwara Council, I invite Ajmer Singh, Sukhdev Singh Dillon, and Ajit Singh Bawa. On behalf of the Guelph Sikh Society, I invite Dr. Ravinder Pal Singh Rai, along with Baljinder Singh Brar, Devinder Singh Grewal, Darshan Singh Jassal, and Jaswinder Singh Chima to come and lay a wreath. On behalf of the Sikh Heritage Museum, we call on their board members to come and lay a wreath: Karen Dadwan, Joey Singh, and Dolly Singh. I call on now the Sikh Motorcycle Club of Ontario, Sardar Lakhwinder Singh Dhaliwal, and Sardar Inderjeet Singh Jagraon to come and lay a wreath on behalf of their organization. On behalf of the private Bookham Singh Public School in Brampton, I call on former school board trustee Balbir Kaur Sohi. We are proud to welcome the students from the Waterloo Region District School Board's Indigenous and International Languages program. These young ambassadors represent the rich diversity of our community and the power of language and heritage in shaping a more inclusive future in Canada. We now invite these students to lay a wreath in remembrance, symbolizing the unity of generations and the shared commitment to peace, respect, and remembrance.
This concludes the wreath-laying portion of our ceremony. We will now have 3 speeches and then the Canada Post stamp unveiling. Our first speaker is our chief guest today, which is the Honorable Jill McKnight, Minister of Veterans Affairs and Associate Minister of National Defense. Minister McKnight.
Thank you very much for inviting me here today with the opportunity to say a few words. It's an honor to join so many veterans, CAF members, family members, dignitaries, and community members for this important gathering. This annual Sikh Remembrance Day ceremony at Private Bukam Singh's final resting place is one of the largest gatherings of Sikh soldiers and veterans in Canada. The story that brings us here, Private Singh's service and that of other Sikhs of the Canadian military, gives us important insight into the growth of Canadian society. Private Singh was just 14 years old when he came to Canada from British India in 1907. In British Columbia, he became a miner before later moving to Ontario to work on a farm. In April 1915, he enlisted in the 59th Battalion of the Canadian Expeditionary Force and became one of just 9 Sikh to serve our country in uniform during the First World War. Just over a year later, Private Singh was wounded in France. After a month's recuperation, he was back on the front lines, only to again suffer injuries that would pull him from battle. This time, recovery would take 8 months. When finally considered fit for combat, Private Singh contracted tuberculosis before he could rejoin his unit. He would never recover and passed away in a military hospital in Kitchener. He was just 25 years old, a short but meaningful life that we commemorate today. But we cannot reflect on Private Singh's life without also reflecting on the discrimination he faced, such as the Canadian Army's insensitivity regarding wearing turbans and other Sikh customs, and marriage rights that affected widow pensions after death. Most Sikhs did not have the right to vote in Canada until 1947. Generations of Sikh Canadians continued to face discrimination through much of Canada's history. Thankfully, the Canadian Armed Forces has made progress in recognizing and shifting the culture which fostered discrimination and racialization. And we will continue to improve this culture within the Canadian Armed Forces as we move forward. Today, Sikh members serve with skill and distinction in every branch of the Canadian Armed Forces. And like Private Singh, they carry forward a proud legacy of courage, sacrifice, and service to this country. As we gather today at Private Singh's grave, we're reminded that his story exemplifies the Canadian ideal of persevering against hardship, to uphold our values of freedom, equality, democracy, and peace. It is fitting that it is his grave where we will be unveiling a new stamp that commemorates the dedication, service, and sacrifice of Sikh veterans. Commemoration that I hope will inspire the next generation to learn about the contributions of these veterans and inspire us all to discover more about the underrepresented groups throughout Canada's military history. And as we pause this week to remember those who sacrificed their safety and lives to protect others, we honor their dedication and mourn the loss of all who gave their lives in service to Canada, like Private Beckham. Let's show our veterans that Canada remembers and stands with them today, tomorrow, and always, lest we forget.
Thank you very much, Minister McKnight. Our next speaker is the Honourable Baltej Singh Dhillon, member of the Canadian Senate representing British Columbia. I've known Baltej for over 25 years, and prior to his Senate appointment, he had an honourable 30-year career as a distinguished member of the RCMP. I would say as a historian that in the annals of Sikh history in Canada, if you look at the Canadian timeline, Baltej is as much a pioneer and milestone figure in Canadian history in our modern era as Bukam Singh was 100 years ago. And why I say that is because Baltej engaged in a challenge as a young man which lasted from 1988 to 1991 to successfully become the first Royal Canadian Mounted Police officer allowed to wear his religious headgear, his turban, as part of his uniform. His absolute insistence that you could be a loyal Canadian serving your country in uniform as well as practicing your religion was groundbreaking and shattered the barriers that prevented turban-wearing Sikhs from being allowed to join the Canadian Armed Forces or police services in Canada in the modern era. Every single Sikh in uniform wearing a turban today that you see here, whether it's in the Canadian Armed Forces or the police, have an incredible debt that they owe to this Sikh pioneer. Senator Dhillon.
Thank you. ਫਤਿਹ ਦਾ ਜਕਾਰਾ ਫਤਿਹ ਵਿੱਚ ਦਿਓ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. What an incredible honor to be here today. Thank you for those words, Sandeep Singh ji. It's humbling. Humbling to be here in service. Humbling to be here as part of this memory. Humbling to be here to see so many in Dastar. This is my second time being here. Once before in 2010, I had the opportunity to attend and be a part of this ceremony. I want to thank the veterans that are here. It wasn't very long ago, just in 1990, in that era, that these veterans were not allowed in the Legion halls of this country. We cannot forget that there were wrongs that were done. And as we gather here today to remember, we also remember the sacrifices. Let me first recognize that all of the parliamentarians, the politicians that have made time to be here today. Thank you, Minister McKnight. It is incredibly, we are honored for you to be here and for your words today. And for all of you who serve
in uniform, in different places in this country, thank you for your service. I live in the city of Surrey, province of British Columbia, on the shared and traditional lands of the Coast Salish people, specifically the territories of the Kwantlen, the Katzie, the Coquitlam, the Semiahmoo and Tsawwassen First Nations. I offer this acknowledgement as a small but meaningful step in our ongoing journey toward reconciliation. It's a deep honor to stand with you today once again as we gather to remember Private Bukam Singh, a soldier, a pioneer, and a proud Sikh Canadian whose service continues to echo through our nation's story. Many here already know the story, and Minister McKnight shared some of the details. A young man from Punjab who served bravely with the Canadian Expeditionary Force in the First World War. But what brings us together is not only to recall and remember every detail of his service, but to reflect on what his service represents. Private Bukam Singh's life reminds us that courage and belonging are not bound by race, by religion, or by birthplace. He served a country that had not yet fully accepted him. Yet he never hesitated to give himself for its defense. This act of devotion stands as a shining example of what it truly means to serve Canada, while staying rooted in one's faith and identity. As someone who has worn a uniform and committed his own life to service, both in policing and now in public office, I understand that in a small way what the weight of this call is. Service asks much of us. It demands that we place duty before comfort, principle before personal pursuits, and the collective good above the individual. Private Bukam Singh lived that truth, not for recognition, but because it was right. And yet, for decades, his story was lost, hidden beneath the dust of forgotten records and untold histories. It took the dedication of individuals, especially Sandeep Singh, his son Arjun, walking around after they found the medal, looking for this grave. That should not have been, but it was. We remember. This is what holds us accountable to lest we forget. Those are words, but what we're doing is our accountability to lest we forget. For too long, our remembrance as a nation has sometimes been selective. True remembrance, just remembrance, means seeing the whole story of Canada, the Indigenous soldiers who defended a country that denied them full citizenship, the Black, the Asian, and the Sikh Canadians who fought for freedoms not yet afforded to them, and the families who bore the cost in silence. And yet, even after service, there were times when they were denied their rightful places. To remember justly is to acknowledge that the building and defense of this nation has always been a shared effort. Every name, every uniform, every act of service, known or unknown, belongs to the same sacred ledger of sacrifice. So today, as we stand before Private Bukam Singh's resting place, we do more than honor one man. We affirm our collective responsibility to ensure that history remembers all who served fully, truthfully, and with gratitude. To that end, I'm grateful that today we have a national effort in the form of the unveiling of a stamp, one that acknowledges the sacrifices Sikh soldiers made in defense of our nation and honors their rightful place in the memory and fabric of Canada. Let me share a very quick story. When I was allowed to serve in the RCMP with my turban, with my dastar, I was invited here to Toronto for celebrations by the Sikh community, all of you. And there was a poster that was made of me standing with my arms on my waist, standing tall with my red serge and my dastar. And the next day in your newspaper it said, "We have our man." We have our man. It was a play on words because the RCMP always gets his man. But in this instance, it was the community who got their man. Sasangaju, it wasn't about Baltej Singh. It was everyone who looked this way. It was for every Sikh. It was us finding our rightful place in Canada and the institutions that make Canada. And so today, when you saw me walk up by myself, that was a representation not of Baltej Singh. That was a representation of all of you being recognized as being part of this Canada. So, our children are watching. Our children are being inspired. Our children are seeing what they can do and where they can go and what heights they can reach. That's the job. That's the work. That's what we are here to inspire. And all of these members back here in uniform and the stars and those who celebrate their heritage and their traditions, they leave a legacy for others to follow behind. So I'm grateful, I'm humbled, I'm thankful for this opportunity here today. So let us carry his legacy forward in our words, in our institutions, and most importantly, in how we serve one another, lest we forget. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Thank you for those stirring words, Senator Dillon. Before we move to the exciting unveiling of the Canada Post stamp, we're honored to have a senior representative of Canada Post here with us today, Mr. Balraj Dillon. He is the General Manager of Platform and Partnerships for Canada Post, and in his role, he oversees the development, implementation, and ongoing management of core mailings and shipping platforms through new and existing partnerships. Mr. Dillon.
Thank you. Hello, bonjour. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Balraj Singh Dillon. I'm the General Manager of Platforms and Partnerships at Canada Post. I'm honored to attend this special Remembrance Day ceremony today, and I'm especially proud to be here with you all to unveil the Canada Day Remembrance Day stamp. Je suis honoré de participer à cette cérémonie spéciale de jour de souvenir. Et je suis très fier d'être ici pour divulguer notre nouveau timbre de jour de souvenir. This moment means so much to the Sikh community, not just in Ontario, but coast to coast, across this great country. Sat Sri Akal ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ। ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹਾਂ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਪੋਸਟ ਦੇ ਰਿਮੈਂਬਰੈਂਸ ਡੇ ਦੇ ਮੌਕੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਨਵਾਂ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਵੇਟ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਟੈਂਪ ਲਾਂਚ ਦੇ ਲਈ। As a proud Sikh Canadian and a descendant of brave soldiers who have defended freedom and sovereignty in both world wars, I'm especially grateful to be here representing Canada Post at the launch of this new commemorative stamp. Today, on this historic occasion, the Private Singh stamp shines a light on the courage and sacrifice of Sikh soldiers who have served in the Canadian military since the First World War and truly were strong defenders of the Crown. ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਜ ਆਪਾਂ ਲਾਂਚ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਇੱਕ ਨਵਾਂ ਸਟੈਂਪ ਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਿੱਖ ਸੋਲਜਰਸ ਦੇ ਕੰਟਰੀਬਿਊਸ਼ਨਸ ਸਾਰੇ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨਸ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਣਗਾ ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਹਿਸਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ. The story of these soldiers once lost to time was rediscovered with the help of dedicated historians including Sandeep Singh Brar and Pradeep Singh Nagra who are here today. And now with this stamp, the forgotten heroes will be immortalized and remembered for years to come. Canada Post's National Stamp Program shares the stories of Canadians who have made remarkable impact on our country's culture and history. The Sikh soldiers who broke racial barriers to fight for Canada in World War I are absolutely worthy of this recognition. These brave men faced hardships, both on and off the battlefield, risking everything to defend a country that initially denied them basic freedoms. Their unbreakable spirit is one that's reflected in Sikhism since its very inception, and that is Chardi Kala, meaning ever positive, high spirits. In that same spirit, these soldiers paved the way for future generations and helped to build a more inclusive armed forces and nation. As we see here today, Sikhs continue to play an important role in Canada's military, assisting in emergencies, peacekeeping efforts, both at home and abroad. This stamp honors Private Bukhan Singh and all the Sikh soldiers who have served in the military, past and present. It is a symbol of their strength and resilience that opened the door to greater equality for us all. In remembering these Sikh soldiers, we acknowledge their part in shaping our country, and we pay tribute to their incredible legacy, which lives on in the freedoms we enjoy today. En souvenir des soldats Sikhs, nous voulons souligner qu'ils ont participé à bâtir notre pays. So thank you again to all the organizers for this commemorative ceremony and for inviting us to share this moment with you all. Merci encore une fois aux organisateurs de cette belle cérémonie et de nous avoir invités. After the unveiling, we'll be handing out a commemorative package that includes an official first day cover and a custom challenge coin. The official first day cover is a collectible envelope that will feature the stamp we unveil today, postmarked on the day of issue. The challenge coin is a symbolic token of remembrance. Traditionally, the challenge coins are exchanged to honor service, commemorate significant events, and foster unity. This coin has been specifically designed for this unveiling event. It reflects the spirit of Sikh contributions in the service and values of courage, duty, and honor. And now let's unveil the stamp.
Thank you. If we could have a few people join Mr. Dillon and me here. I'd like to call Senator Baltej Singh Dillon to come forward. Honorable Joe McKnight, Minister of Veterans Affairs. And representing the Canadian Armed Forces, I would like to call Warrant Officer Gurpreet Singh Deepak, Major Sarbjot Singh Anand, representing the Air Force, Harjot Singh Deol, representing the Navy, Lieutenant in the Navy, and representing cadet officers, Rat Kaur Jammu. And finally, representing Sikh veterans, I'd like to ask Wing Commander G.S. Palla. So just you're seeing here is this is Private Bookham Singh's grave here. This is a Sikh soldier in the Canadian Forces at the time of remembrance, paying solemn homage at the grave. So it captures the history and the heritage, as well as today's Sikhs in the Canadian Armed Forces. So does a great job of history as well as progress of us as a nation. Now we will finally officially conclude our ceremony with closing remarks by my colleague Lakdeep Singh Dhaliwal. Lakdeep?
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. How do you end such a moving event every year? I ask myself this 18 years in a row. How do you end such a beautiful event with beautiful people? How do you do that? Well, I'm taught that you do that first with truth. Truth. This feeling that all of you have, take this with you. Spill this feeling into next week. Spill this feeling into the next month. And spill this feeling into next year. You can do it. The reason that you attended here today is to take something with you. Don't just show up here and take this coin, although Canada Post, enough respect. Sandeep Singh, Senator, enough respect for making that happen. But take something with you. What you're about to take with you is the truth. And the truth is this: first, people are beautiful people, as I always say to you. But now take this truth in. Take a moment and look over my shoulders. Look at the men and women and youth in uniform. Have a good long stare. Do it now. If you leave this event here and you meet one new person in uniform, our committee, our leadership, our people that have volunteered to make this happen, we will smile. That is my challenge to each and every one of you. These men, women, and youth that stand proudly in service behind me, know their name. Know their name before you leave here today. On behalf of the Sikh Remembrance Day Ceremony Organizing Committee, sikhmuseum.com, and the many members of the community and the public who have made this happen today for 18 years in a row, I say thank you. Heartfelt thank you to our veterans, Royal Canadian Legions, all our MPs, MPPs, mayors from Kitchener and Waterloo, Canadian Armed Forces personnel, police services from across this province. To my family, my babbe, my elders at the Golden Triangle Sikh Association, I thank you. Our friends from the Waterloo District School Board, I thank you. Teachers, students, educators, Director Miller, I thank you. Thank you all for this such an awe-inspiring ceremony. Your presence here makes all of us so proud. Special thanks, as I mentioned just a moment ago, to the Director Scott Miller for making the chairs and smiles and students available to us every year. Our thoughts, we encourage, everyone to participate in Remembrance Day services in your own cities across this great land of ours on November 11th. As we head home, let's reflect, knowing that we have honored the incredible Canadians' contributions to protecting our freedoms and our values. After the ceremony, please take an opportunity to connect with local veterans and currently serving men, women, and youth. Please mark your calendars. Next year, see you here on Sunday, November 1st, 2026. And I look at all of you. See you here next year, November 2026. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
All right, we'd like to have the official photographs of various groups, and we'll start out with the Government of Canada at the federal level. If you could please make your way to the...
Steady up! Parade! Attention! Parade! Dismiss!
After federal, we will have provincial, then municipal, then Sikh veterans, and then members of the Canadian Armed Forces, followed by police services. Hi? Yeah, yeah. Okay, if we could have municipal politicians and elected officials next.
Not as chilly as previous years.
Just something simple. My name is Captain Lee, by the way. Yes. I'm 31 Service Battalion. They're a maintenance officer. Project reserves. I work at Ontario Power Systems. Oh, okay.
Who's next?
So after the provincial, we will have municipal.
Thank you. Yeah, good to see you again. Yeah, no, another great service. I really appreciate it.
All right, if we could have a municipal level of government next, please. Okay. City of Kitchener, Paul Singh. Okay. Okay. Paul, have you had your picture taken? Okay, please do. So we're going to have veterans next, and then the armed forces. Okay.
Maybe say last chance, and then we go on to those.
Okay. Okay, is there any other elected officials that have not had their photographs yet? Last call. Okay, next group is Sikh veterans. Veterans, please make your way to both sides of the grave and the photograph. Veterans?
Military's coming up next.
Yep. Okay, the next group is a big group, Canadian Armed Forces. So please make your way to the grave and stand.
Hello, my name is Bobby Chassa. I am Superintendent of Education at the Waterloo Region District School Board. It is such an honor to be here today. I remember when I had first come to these ceremonies, probably about 5-6 years ago, and I was just inspired by everything that I heard, by the people that I saw, by seeing our students in our school board present. And I think this is something that, an event that should be opened up to the wider community. It is so important for us to share this knowledge about Bikram Singh, but also about the Sikh faith and about the Sikh community. So please come around and welcome yourselves and learn more about our community, about Remembrance Day, and about this event.
Thank you.
Yep, sorry. I'll try and stay out of your way. I think we just all should be back.
Police. The next group is one collective picture of all the police services together, and then we'll have photographs of the various police services separately. So police, if you could please make your way to the grave. All police services, please make your way forward to the grave for the photograph.
Can you move a little bit to the side, please?
Yeah. Where do you want me to move? Well, that's yours, right?
Sorry. Right here, I'll move on.
Please make your way forward.
Is that your person?
Over there. All police services together as one group. And then we'll do separate groups of each service. Please move forward. Closer to the grave in the photo. Please move forward.
Everyone has to come back.
The folks along the fence, can you please come here because you're not going to be in the...
Good afternoon. My name is Scott Miller. I'm the Director of Education for the Waterloo Region District School Board. And I've been coming to the Bikram Singh Remembrance Day ceremony for a number of years. It's such an important part of our community. And today was especially special with the unveiling of the new stamp of reflecting the Sikh impact of in the commitment that they have to our country, to our community, and such a wonderful celebration today for those reasons.
Excellent.
So now we can have individual police services. So please decide among yourselves who goes first.
I just graduated last August. No, I did my master's at Western.
Western.
Yeah, so I just graduated now.
I remember graduation.
So all members of York
correct?
Yeah. Thank you. You're from.
Okay, York region.
Oh, nice. Wow. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's really good. When did you? So a couple of years ago. 4 years. Okay, wow.
Okay, all members of York Region Police, look here for one. Okay, right here, right here. Excellent, excellent. Excellent. One more.
All right, Toronto Police is next.
I know it's good. Water is much better than
Yeah. I mean, we're.
Everyone from Toronto Police coming a little bit closer. Even a little bit closer on the one side there, if you can come in closer.
Just keep directing us.
Yeah, come in.
Hello, I'm Oscar Sandu. I'm a fourth-year student at RMC, and this is...
I'm Ashka Jamil. I'm a first-year student at RMC.
And this is my second time here at this event, and I learned about it when I was researching about Sikh veterans in Canada, and Private Bukam Singh's story really struck me, and I wanted to be here and help honor his legacy, and I think we as Sikhs should all support such events.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
ਆਪਾਂ ਕੰਸੀਡਰ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਪਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਨਾ ਬਈ ਮਾਈਂਡ ਨਾ ਕਰੋ ਕਿ ਮੇਰੀਆਂ 3 ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਘਰੇ ਕੋਈ ਪਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇੱਕ ਮੈਨੇ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਭੂਤ ਸਵਾਰ ਹੋਇਆ ਬਹੁਤ
Some on each side of the stand.
ਅੱਛਾ ਜੀ ਹੱਥ ਨਾਲ
ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਥੋੜੀ ਪਸੰਦ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੋਈ
ਇਹ ਪੇਂਟ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਦੇਖੋ ਮੇਰੀ
ਗੱਲ ਹੋਣੀ ਨਾ
ਮੈਸੇਜ ਨੂੰ ਮੁੜਿਆ ਪੈਂਦਾ
Step back a little bit.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I am Major Sarabjot Singh Anand. बड़ी खुशी दी गल है बहुत वड्डा turnout, lots of people that showed up at this ceremony today for Private Bukam Singh, honoring the courage, the sacrifice that our veterans have made, not only just Private Bukam Singh but encompassing all. It's a great turnout and very awed by the community support, the veteran support, the family and friend support. It's very important to know that service sees no religion, no color, just dedication to duty. So I'm awed by the participation of the community, and Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Okay. ਇੰਨੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਇਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਨਫਿਊਜ਼ਨ ਕਰੀ ਬੜਾ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਹੁਣ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਮਝ this side ਕਿਵੇਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਲੜਾਈ
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So my name is Manjot Singh. I'm representative and secretary of Golden Triangle Sikh Association. So on the behalf of Sikh Association and KW Gurdwara, we are celebrating here the life and legacy of Private Bukam Singh, and this is not just a celebration of one life or just a celebration of just one soldier. It's a celebration of legacy. It's much more than just one life, and because when I was researching about the life of Private Bukam Singh, what really stuck me out was he was serving here in Canada and also in France and throughout the world in World War I. And at the time when he was serving, the biggest thing what I found in the historical research that I did was that he didn't have full citizenship rights, and then also he was serving for the whole community. And this is especially important for today's world, because we see a different world today. If we compare it to 5 years back, the world has come to more of like polarized situation, and it's really important to see how people who serve in our different communities from across the borders, how they don't see the borders any barriers, how the color of their skin does not really important, is not really of any importance. So humanity surpasses all the barriers that we see. So ਪੰਜਾਬੀ 'ਚ ਮੈਂ ਇੰਨੇ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੂੰਗਾ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਵਰਲਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਪਏ ਹਾਂ, ਜਿਸ ਦੁਨੀਆ 'ਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਪਏ ਹਾਂ, ਉੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਕੁਝ ਸਮੇਂ ਤੋਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਤੋਂ ਰੇਸਿਜ਼ਮ, ਰਾਈਟ ਵਿੰਗ ਜਾਂ ਲੈਫਟ ਵਿੰਗ, ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਛ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਤੋਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਬਾਲੇ ਖਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੀਏ ਤਾਂ ਖਾਸ ਇਹ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਸ ਰੱਖਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਵੇਟ ਬਕਮ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੀਗੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਵਰਲਡ ਵਾਰ 1 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਰਟੀਸਪੇਟ ਕੀਤਾ, ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਸ ਸਮੇਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿਟੀਜ਼ਨਸ਼ਿਪ ਰਾਈਟਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਨ, ਤਾਂ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਦਿੱਤੀ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਇੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਸੈਲੀਬ੍ਰੇਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ on the behalf of Golden Triangle Sikh Association, I really thank everybody who's present here. So again, thank you for watching. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki
Excuse me?
Hey, nobody put flags back up.
Hey, I'm Balraj Singh Dillon. I'm the General Manager of Platforms and Partnerships at Canada Post. Today we unveiled a very special stamp, and the stamp is part of a national program that we have. And the national program is where we share stories, incredible stories of Canadians who have made an impact on Canada and its history and its culture. This stamp unveiling is a special one because it is an opportunity for folks to learn the story of Private Bukran Singh. And this is a story that I think every Canadian should know. It's also reflection of the contributions that our armed forces are having, both in the past and the present as well. So, going forward, I would, suggest that if you can make it out to this event in the future, please do. It's a great opportunity to remember all of our soldiers, both past and present.
They went like hotcakes. It's a good sign.
Yeah. They all flew happy. I just have to say, excuse me, Sean. Let me go. Excuse me, Ted.
Yeah.
Sorry. I can see us now. We have to move. You just keep someone.
One right here, everyone right here.
And move back. That way, no one can take your place. When they move, then I'll do it. Ready?
You got one more here?
Oh, she's doing pictures. That's fine.
Yeah.
Where the kids?
Hello, my name is Superintendent Chirag Bhatt from York Regional Police. I'm joined here today by a contingent of our York officers who found out about this event from our friends at the Toronto Police Service and from social media that we saw this event last year and the years before. And we were compelled to make our way out here for a number of reasons, to recognize and to remember Private Bukam Singh, but also to remember our Sikhs that have fought hard for freedoms in this country, such as the Senator Baltej Dillon as well. So it's important that we come out here and remember the past and we recognize our truth to help this country just continue to grow and be better and prosper. And that is why we're here. And we're going to take our truths from here and take it back into tomorrow, next week, and next month to do our part to remember those that have sacrificed and to do our best to make this country even better and even stronger.
No problem, no problem.
Whose gloves did I just pick up? This guy. Where is that?
Like your voice,
How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Last year we saw you.
Yes,
A
yes.
year before.
100%,
She
yeah.
wasn't here last year.
No, she's
first
the first year.
What's your name?
Rahat.
Rahat. And last name?
Jammu.
Jammu. Okay. That they spoke that name.
Yes, Fugazi, yeah. From which city she is?
I'm from Kitchener.
Kitchener.
Husband from here.
I'm from Surrey.
You're Surrey. Baltej Singh.
Must be some fight. Ganji, yeah. We met him, yeah. We're going to meet again.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
You want to go in airport?
I'm in the
Airport.
Army.
Yeah. Your other guys, they didn't show up. 2, 3. Last time you were 4.
Last time there was 4 of us, yeah. They couldn't come this time.
Okay,
Maybe
no
next
problem.
year, yeah.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
What year? Third?
4th year.
Fourth.
Yeah.
And first?
First.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
plan.
you.
Like a picture with
Mom and Dad want to
Right.
Just to, it's an even split of
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਜੀ ਮਨਜੋਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਫੌਜ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਸਿੰਘ, ਕਮਲਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਤੇ ਮਨਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ। ਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਸ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਤੇ ਆਏ ਸੀਗੇ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਸਕੂਲ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਵੀ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪੋਸਟਰ ਵੀ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ
ਸਪੋਰਟ
ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ।
ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਤਾਂ ਸਪੋਰਟਿੰਗ ਦਾ ਆ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਵੀ ਆਰ ਸਿਕਸ ਐਂਡ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਫੋਰਥ ਸ਼ੋਰ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੈ ਕੌਣ ਆ। ਐਂਡ ਜੇਕਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਸ ਇਵੈਂਟਸ 'ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਸਿੱਖਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਆ ਐਂਡ ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਇੰਕਰੇਜ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਯੂਥ ਲਾਈਕ ਅਸ ਔਰ ਈਵਨ ਮਨਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਵਾਂਗੂ ਕਿ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਫੌਜ ਜਾਂ ਫੋਰ ਆਪਣੀ ਕੰਟਰੀ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਜੋ ਟਰਬੇ ਨੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਅੱਗੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਆ ਅਤੇ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਇੱਕ ਸਿੱਖ ਜੋ ਆ ਉਹਦਾ ਮੇਨ ਮੋਟਿਵ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਅੱਗੇ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਆ। ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਖੂਬ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਮਹਾਨ ਆ ਜੀ।
ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਅੱਜ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਫਰਸਟ ਸਿੱਖ ਸੀਗੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਫਾਈਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਦਸਤਾਰ ਸਜਾਉਣੀ ਆ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਫੋਰਸਿਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਫੋਰਸਿਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਮਿਲੇ ਅੱਜ। ਤੇ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਬਕਮ ਸਿੰਘ ਬਾਰੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਸਿਰਫ 25 ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਸ਼ਹੀਦ ਹੋਏ। 2 ਵਾਰੀ ਉਹ ਫੱਟੜ ਹੋਏ ਸੀਗੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਜੰਗ ਦੇ ਮੈਦਾਨ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਤੇ ਪਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਉਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਉਹਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਰਾਈਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀਗੇ। ਉਹ ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਲੜੇ ਤੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਇਨਸਾਨੀਅਤ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਹਰ ਸਿੱਖ ਲੜਦਾ ਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਪਹਿਰਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਫਸਟ ਵਰਲਡ ਵਾਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਨੂੰ ਸਰਵ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੁਝ ਕਹੋਗੇ?
ਨਹੀਂ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਬਈ।
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
Camera. You're holding it. This was the YouTube one?
Yeah. That's the lightest. Excellent. Okay, everyone from Canada Post.
Are you from Canada?
You're from Canada Post? Okay, everyone, Canada Post staff. Canada Post staff on each side of the...
I am the bank.
Like half on the side. Actually, no, go back to.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਹਰਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਕੌਰ ਆ ਅਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਕਰੰਟਲੀ ਐਜ਼ ਅ S3 ਨੇਵੀ 'ਚ ਸਰਵ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਹਾਂ। ਇਸ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਸਾਲ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਫਰੋਮ ਅ WDSP ਟੀਚਰ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ ਅਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਏ ਸੀਗੇ। ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਇਟਸ ਵੈਰੀ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਅਫਕੋਰਸ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਲਈ ਬਟ ਆਈ ਗੈਸ ਜੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਤੋਂ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸਿੱਖ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਏਗੀ ਇਟਸ ਗੋਇੰ ਬੀ ਬੈਟਰ ਇਨ ਦ ਫਿਊਚਰ। ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਚਾਹਾਂਗੇ ਉੱਦਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਡਿਵੈਲਪਮੈਂਟ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਦੇयर ਵਿਲ ਬੀ ਮੋਰ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਆਊਟ ਹੀਅਰ। ਸੋ ਡੈਫੀਨੇਟਲੀ ਆਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਆ। ਬਹੁਤ ਕੁਛ ਜਾਣਨ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੁਛ ਸਿੱਖਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਆ। ਆਈ ਡਿਡਨਟ ਨੋ ਟਿਲ ਲਾਸਟ ਈਅਰ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਸਿੱਖ ਹੈਗੇ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਜਿਹਨੇ ਵਰਲਡ ਵੋਰ 'ਚ ਸਰਵ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਫॉर ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਬਟ ਥਰੂ ਦਿਸ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਪਤਾ ਚੱਲਿਆ ਕਿ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਸਰਵ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ। ਅਤੇ ਈਵਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਦਸਤਾਰ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਫਾਈਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਦਸਤਾਰ ਵੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਸਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਮਿਲੀਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਂ ਈਵਨ ਐਜ਼ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਆਫਿਸਰਸ। ਸੋ ਡੈਫੀਨੇਟਲੀ ਆਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਆ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੁਛ ਸਿੱਖਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਆ ਅਤੇ ਅਫਕੋਰਸ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਉਨੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਬੈਟਰ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਲਈ ਇਨ ਦ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਅਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਇਵੋਲਵ ਕਰੇਗੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
Let me know if I'm in your way, okay?
Okay.
Huh? You guys already took it? You in there too? Yeah, but like, do a little bit closer, you know? This is good enough.
You need this.
The one place.
That is great. Thank you.
Good, right there, right. That.
Like 10 of us and one showed up.
You have their phone?
Yep.
Oh, there's people wanting to get a picture. We'll go line up first, yeah. Looking for you guys.
Good? I got 10 more.
That's rough. Yeah. Somehow they work.
Sorry, yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's already in.
Thank you. Oh, okay.
We'll do one to four. 2, 3. We're just gonna get one with this guy.
Fusiliers.
ਉੱਥੇ ਚੱਲ ਜਾਓ मैं खींच देना है मैं खींच दूंगा भेज दूंगा बाद फोटो के साथ रेडी जितना मर्जी ओके 1 2 3 1 2 3
Thank you. Channel something? Okay, take it.
Hello?
Yes, it was on that. Yeah, but careful with the
इधर देखो बेटा आ जाओ इधर मंजी इधर देख बेटा अच्छा
ਸਾਡੇ ਏਰੀਏ ਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਮਾਲਪੁਰ ਦੇ
ਹੈ
ਮਾਲਪੁਰ ਇਜ਼ ਅਵਰ ਜਸਟ ਨੇਬਰ ਪਿੰਡ
चलो चलिए भैया
ਚਾਹ ਨਾ ਭੁੱਖ ਥੋੜੀ
I'm going to try.
Hi, my name is Alicia, and I am here today because my friend Rupinder is one of the organizers for the committee. I think it's really important to be at events like this because we need to celebrate everybody in our community, and we need to honor everybody that has fought and died for our country. And I think it's especially important to remember the people who we have tried really hard to forget.
I'm trying to get inside. It's right there.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Very good to see you.
आजो मैं तेरी फोटो खींचा
It's not really selling.
I'm not proud. I'm just giving off. So 30 people on board.
My homemade Indian dinner is
I gotta get my coin, eh? I haven't got. We'll get you a coin. Okay. We wouldn't leave you without a coin. I'm not leaving without my coin.
Just get it there and take it. The four of you? Okay.
Let me go on this side.
Okay. Yep. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so everyone look right here for one, right here. Excellent.
Stay over here. Wait one more.
You guys get a photo with you guys.
You gotta do photos.
Yeah, but you guys get it. What? To you. Because then he's going to pick professional and he'll... Yeah, if you don't mind.
Sorry, I'm wearing my dress.
Yeah.
You gonna wear this or should you take this out?
I'm gonna wear it.
Yeah, come in a little bit closer on your side.
Sean.
You don't want to go on the other side?
Is it weird?
You can be both on the same side. Yeah. I'll just come a bit over there. Excellent. And then one right here too. One right here. We'll get one vertical. Excellent.
Come, Sean.
It was excellent.
Hey man, I want to let you know next week we're having an exhibition. Yeah. You know at the Sikh Heritage Museum.
No.
Inside Malta.
How do you unlock this now?
I'm not sure, but yeah, that's the one.
Let's word up on the
I'll do one more if you want.
Thank you.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah, I got it.
Excellent. Thank you.
Take the artifacts with you.
We're all from that side. We're on that side. Mommy, I said bye.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Commander Keith Miller. I'm the detachment commander for the Regional Waterloo Detachment, which we are a detachment of HMCS Star, which is the Naval Reserve Division located in Hamilton. I got to learn about this event today just because of my association with the Legions, as well as the Army units that are here as well. I've heard of this happening before. I do live in Kitchener, and then actually I did hear about this as well this week on CBC Radio because they were talked about the new stamp that was commemorating this important event. I think that this is really important when I think about that particular soldier himself, because one is connection with our community. When I think about the trajectory of how he came to Canada and then coming to Canada to BC and then actually moving to Smiths Falls and then coming eventually landing in Kitchener because unfortunately he contracted TB. I think that it's important for us to remember because when we think about the composition of our military forces, it's many demographics, many people who have many important things to share. And I think that we celebrate that today. And it's a good time for us to reflect when we come into the Remembrance Day weekend as to really the strength of our forces is a culmination of everybody that comprises our forces. That's what I have to bring. Perfect.
Lieutenant Colonel Deep Baines, Commanding Officer of 2-5 Toronto Field Ambulance. I've been coming to these events for I think about 17 years. I believe I came to the second time of the second version of this event years and years ago. It was a very small group, and it was Sergeant Deepak, Warrant Deepak now, who introduced me to the event, and it's been wonderful coming here. I think these stories are important. I know Private Bokam Singh comes from a village close to my own village back in India, in Punjab. But his story is a Sikh story, but it's a Canadian story. And I think it's very important for all of us to honor all the stories of these soldiers and these citizens that came and fought for our country, because these are our stories. Thank you.
Record?
Every May.
Can I get a photo?
Of course. Yeah, I see it.
I can take yours.
He had all these questions. You know when he approached you with
They did.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ ਨੂੰ what you can see behind me is the conclusion of the ceremony, the remembrance ceremony for the annual Sikh Remembrance Day. And my name is Captain Mani Singh Patti. I've been coming essentially every year to this ceremony since it began, probably around 2010. And this year, here again, and what you see behind me is members of the uniformed agencies in Canada, specifically some of the police agencies and the military organizations, and for which I am part of. And we come here every year to pay tribute, remember, and engage in discussion about what it means to be Canadian. We have the gravesite of Private Bukam Singh. He is our essentially ancestor, one of the first people to be in uniform in the Canadian story. And we are on that same soil, doing the same thing 100 years later. And so what we need to do is come together, and to be able to live in peace in Canada in a multi-ethnic society, we need to be able to have inclusive stories, celebrate each other's stories, and to live those values as we do in everyday life, whether you're in uniform or not. And that's what we're here to do and remember. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Thank you.
Not this summer, but next summer right? And she's like, like I travel for months to a foreign country where he doesn't speak the language, and like you don't like yeah, we don't have any unanswered questions.
Around the bay one.
So many people.
Nice to meet you. There you go. Nice to meet Send me an email. Send me an email. I'm going to get you. But if they're kinetic,
You must be more important than me because he don't get back to me, man.
I didn't even know this guy's easy. Once you guys give a culture, thank you.
It's too fast.
Don't walk, run. Hi, how are you? Wonderful. Amazing. Did you? How long did it take for you to admit that? Figured as much. Yeah.
Is that the right one?
It might be. I know. I'm just waiting for that cord to get. Oh, where's it going? Okay, just slowly.
I was
Looks like the one that says the Canadian Armed Forces. You know, it's actually. Now you're making me think because I can't even see these. Google can maybe some stuff will get edited out. Yeah. Yes, I am. Correct. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. It's okay. Yes, she was the one that brought the picture. Someone took this. Did you take it? Oh, good. Okay, good. Okay, excellent. Yes, I want to ask her about how I would go about getting a copy and the other piece at some point. No, you guys, because I'm going to see you next week. Do you know when she got introduced by these? I don't know if it's a much more open structure. Generally, the one that thing in the back that's pretty there. Can I make an introduction? Sure, I really probably drive by his store. Well, why don't you show him just so he gets an idea?
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. This is Senator Baltej Singh Dhillon. I am incredibly honored to be here today, here in Kitchener, celebrating, commemorating Private Buckham Singh's remembrance on this Remembrance Day, recognizing his sacrifices to this country. We are grateful to him and the other 9 Sikhs that gave their lives in defense of this nation of Canada. And I was here before in 2010 when there was a gathering here, and this has now been going on for about 18 years. And at that time, there was a few of us, not very many. Not as many politicians, not as many parliamentarians, not as many people in uniform, but people still showed. The Sangat was here. And what happened then and what happened today was that we continue to uphold our promise to remember those who came before us and laid the path and laid the road ahead for us. They sacrificed themselves for this country even when this country did not recognize themselves and their rights, and they fought for this country to give this country a chance so that others could come and be here and pursue their dreams. Why this is important is because we are Canadians. This is our home, and we commit to making it better. We commit to giving and doing our part to making our home available to all. And by remembering the sacrifices of the past, we build a better future. And this is also to make right the wrongs of the past. When we forget, when we ignore, when we don't count everyone in the building of this nation, that is when people are left behind, people are forgotten, and laws are made not for everyone but for some. So that is why remembering the contributions of every Canadian, and today a Sikh Canadian, in the building of this nation is so critical, because the nation ahead we're building for our children.
Yeah, they're still there. They're still there. They've been named
If you ever need a driver or something, you guys do it. You guys do rest of the bag holder. Like what's the baseline entry thing for medic use? Like what's it called? MSC up?
You're an active, no?
So what can I do at the medic use? Can I be a medic? Do any biology? Medic? I can get biology. I'll get that done.
You could probably VOT in. You have to when you do the test.
What's the threshold knowledge?
They do an anesthesiology.
You do that. Oh my god.
So yeah, and you don't.
Is it an army test? Is it an army test or is it like a medic test?
It's both. It's both. But you fail the first one and you do read right, and if you fail it, you get punishment.
Last opportunity for washrooms.
But you do have to anatomy, physiology, organs.
I'm in like that. Some guy got shot by Russians.
Well, you can learn all that before.
ChatGPT. What organ is this?
But if you can get a police car, like they try not to fail people. Like the only people who fail is you can't afford to have it.
We're still gonna medic.
We do the guidance. Because like in Europe there's a cross. There's
We're gonna do that. That's in the new year. There's 3 months. Then I'll do that. No, if there is like, because 3 month deployments coming down. What will you make it then? Because you don't running out of food. No, we have the commanding officer approving the already. So what's our ownership gonna do?
The COs will look at it and be like,
you don't need the push and the pull is stronger.
Oh, that's actually true. That's a good thing.
If it gets to my desk,
If it gets there.
If it gets there, yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I won't be there in 10 years. No, in my 10 years. No.
Last year the DOT got moved again.
You know, the medics
Before being a PA, actually I'm actually glad that I did that.
When I was doing I ate something.
Yeah. Alright, brother, be good. If you actually need any key assistance, I would love to.
You're the wrong brigade.
I'm not even brigade, I'm like RCMP now, so, but you can always request purple, you know.
Are you guys going to the thing next?
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. My name is Warrant Officer Gurpreet Singh Deepak. I represent 25 Toronto Field Ambulance. And we're here again at the 18th annual Private Buckham Singh Remembrance Day ceremony. Celebrating the contributions of Sikh soldiers and all veterans across Canada. And it's something that I've been very blessed to be a part of right from the inaugural first Discovery and first Remembrance Day event here in Mount Hope Cemetery in Kitchener. I find every year, you know, the tradition continues to grow. This year we were blessed and very honored to have Canada Post choose to honor the contribution of Sikh soldiers by unveiling and creating and unveiling a stamp commemorating the contributions of Sikh soldiers for Canada. And to have it unveiled here at the graveside ceremony amongst, you know, veterans from all across Canada, uniformed men and women in the police services, fire services, emergency responders, the special constables, and just the general public. It's been an honor to broadcast, you know, from this and have everyone join. To me, you know, again, it continues to be very special. Knowing that each year, time doesn't stop for anyone. You know, I was lucky or blessed to have been introduced to stamp collecting actually from my dad. And so this was just an added element of enjoyment and engagement, knowing that writing and mailing these, letters, postcards. It shares stories that connect us across the country, across time. Time is a finite, factor for us, and this year was especially poignant. I know we lose a lot of veterans, but I did end up losing, having my mother pass, and so knowing that each year there are those that aren't able to be here with us, it makes this event bittersweet to be a part of the stamp, to be part of the journey here with community, though. Just allows me to share the story and connect me to those that can continue to share the story, those that will come, that we pass that torch to, as John McCrae penned in Flanders Fields. So yeah, it's been, like I said, a blessing to be a part of this from the first year to its 18th year. We look forward to having you join us next year, Sunday, November 1st, 2026, here at Mount Hope Cemetery in Kitchener. If you can, 2:30 p.m. If not, we'll be live streaming. And thank you again for watching. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
I wish you could have been here. That's the thing about this thing that time.
Thank you.